We don't talk enough about eagles, some of the deadliest and most frightening predators in the world. These creatures can kill the biggest animals in a matter of seconds. So it's with that uplifting thought that we explore the world of eagles. From a close encounter with a snake to a frankly horrifying cliffside attack on a goat, let's see the 15 most deadly eagle attacks in the world. Number 15. Eagle versus snake. As humans, we know that snakes are not the kind of animals you want to get close to. They bite us, and then we feel hurty for a while afterward. Eagles, on the other hand, have absolutely no problem getting close to snakes. In fact, they seem to thrive on it. Take a look at this footage of an eagle attacking her prey, a cobra. After a short period of air-based recon, the eagle locates her target and swoops down to grab it. The snake, predictably, tries to wrap itself around her, but it's no use. The eagle just won't give up. She pins the snake down until it stops struggling and begins to chew through its tough, scaly skin. Eventually, the snake gives up entirely, and the eagle does what she set out to do: eats its target. Considering that they live on two wildly different planes of existence, it's pretty hard to imagine that the eagle would specifically go hunting for snakes. But that's the world we live in, apparently. Not everyone fits into the box. Actually, if you put an eagle in a box, chances are it would rip your arm off. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. It's time for the rare topic. When we talk about eagles, we often neglect to talk about those in the Arctic. Given the distinct environmental circumstances, these eagles are often forced to take on bigger animals than you may expect, like a wolf. This photo was sent in by a viewer and appears to show exactly that. In what looks to be some kind of hunt, this golden eagle is swooping down to grab an aggressive-looking wolf. While it's not uncommon for eagles to attack larger animals like foxes or geese, it's much rarer, though not unheard of, for them to attack wolves. But what do you think? Is this a real photo or just another smart Photoshop creation? As always, comment down below with the hashtag #RareTopic and let us know your opinion in relation to what we just showed on screen. Let's move on to the next one. Number 14. Eagle versus goat. A lot of humans eat goats too, so maybe we shouldn't be so surprised by this particular match, but it's always exciting to watch how eagles take on animals that are slightly larger than squirrels. It requires a whole other level of planning. It's like the eagle equivalent of, I want to say, interior decoration? This footage shows the masterful way that the eagle tackles its target. After a moment of aerial surveillance, it swoops down, digging its talons into the back of the goat. Soon, they're rolling down the side of a bumpy and rocky hill, but the eagle refuses to give up. In fact, there's a moment where it looks as if the eagle is riding the goat like a horse. Eventually, the goat manages to wriggle free of the eagle and escapes, making this one of the few clips to feature an eagle failing, which is a rare sight. Eagles, generally speaking, do not fail. They're kind of the ultimate predator, capable of swooping in on a target that doesn't even know they're around. So, to see one be outsmarted by a goat, that's gotta sting. Number 13. Eagle versus deer. Is there any living creature on Earth that doesn't attack deer? It just seems that every animal on Earth likes to take a shot at Bambi now and then. And for what? Anyway, eagles are no exception. Only, they're even more violent than you'd expect. It's not really a surprise that eagles are violent animals, but it's still pretty shocking to see an eagle doing this. The video shows an eagle swooping down, digging its talons into the deer's neck and flying away, still clinging to the deer's neck. There's something about the sight of a deer dangling from the talons of a flying eagle that is unsettling. Bambi would be pretty horrified by it. In fact, this kind of approach to securing prey is not unlike how avian dinosaurs would catch their targets back in the old dino days. That's pretty frightening. While we know that birds are modern descendants of long-extinct dinosaurs, we rarely see them behaving as such. But to watch an eagle grabbing a deer in this way is pure flying dino behavior, so I guess we're all just living through Jurassic Park now? Number 12. Eagle versus duck. The age-old question, is it duck season or eagle season? The answer obviously depends on who you ask, but judging entirely from this video, I have a feeling it may be duck season. If it isn't, these ducks are just incredibly unlucky. The video captures the exact moment that two eagles caught a ringneck duck, and it's fair to say that the whole thing was not your average dine and dash. The eagles began their operation by surveying their location before identifying their target, the duck. One of the eagles, we'll call him Eagle 1, because I'm feeling creative, dives down and grabs the duck from the water. Moments later, Eagle 1 dumps the duck onto the ice and puts all of its weight onto the poor little guy. Eagle 2's part in this dastardly plan, sit and watch. Well, not everybody has to do the hard work, right? Whether it's eagle season or duck season, somebody's going to find themselves on the end of some unfortunate meeting with another creature. And if we've learned anything from this video, it's that teamwork requires someone to do absolutely nothing. Number 11. Eagle versus wolf. By now, you've probably gathered the basic facts of life as an eagle. They're extremely agile and capable predators. They will go for any animal as prey, dangerous or not, and regardless of size. And now we come to a pretty surprising target, the wolf. Most animals know that it's kind of pointless to go attacking the wolf since it's one of the more, shall we say, volatile animals you could hope to find. But the eagle has never been one to cover, as you can see from this clip. Once the eagle is in the air, the wolf starts running, but it's all in vain. The eagle quickly catches up and swoops down to attack, with help from a friend. The wolf has absolutely no opportunity to try and escape. As the eagle will just fly right after it again. Basically, it's an ambush, and a well-orchestrated one. Wolves have very little to fear, given that they're such agile and worthy predators. But when it comes to the eagle, nobody is really safe. If they want to attack you, you better start running. Number 10. Eagle versus rabbit. I mean, this one isn't even a fair fight when you think about it. How is a peaceful, friendly rabbit supposed to protect itself against the intimidating might of an eagle? It's like expecting an ant to defend itself against a boot. Pure craziness! The eagle in question is a golden eagle, which likes to eat everything from insects to reptiles, and even fully grown adult deer. So this is not a particularly picky eater. It's just a very, very frightening one. What makes this video even more horrific to watch is that the rabbit really doesn't have much of a chance of survival here. From the second that eagle grabs the rabbit, you can see the talons squeezing the life out of the little guy. It's one of those horrible moments where you realize the complete futility of the whole thing. Sure enough, the rabbit didn't make it out of this encounter alive, which isn't surprising. The rabbit is a friendly animal. It doesn't fight. The eagle versus rabbit match must be one of the most unfair in all of the animal kingdom. There's just nothing that the rabbit can do to fight for its own life. It may as well just roll over and offer itself for sacrifice. Number 9. Eagle versus monkey. When it comes to eagle attacks, it's challenging to determine which animal is going to be the exact target. After all, it seems every single animal on Earth is a target for the eagle, and it would appear that even monkeys are not safe. This clip shows a particularly sinister-looking eagle planning an attack on a group of monkeys minding their own business. After a little bit of time spent watching the primates from inside some bushes, which is not at all creepy, the eagle strikes. Sensing the approach of danger, the monkeys collectively work to dive and run out of the way, but it's too late for one little guy. The eagle's talons grab the monkey, and after a brief struggle, lifts the monkey from the branch and flies away. The monkey can be seen dangling from the eagle's talons as it flies off. And all because they dared to mind their own business. This clip is a prime example of how eagles are predators, first and foremost. Like reality television stars, they're not here to make friends. They're here to melt the Botox out of Sasha's. They're here to get monkeys. I briefly forgot what the topic was, but I don't think anybody will notice. Number 8. Eagle versus warthog. Now this is a genuinely bizarre match. In case you don't know, warthogs are basically wild pigs. So that's not what we would consider being your average eagle's kind of target. But we'll go with it anyway because why not? I'm contractually obligated to do so. This footage was shot by a group of tourists on a South African safari. As their car slowed down to get a glimpse at a local family of warthogs, things took a pretty sinister turn. This is nature in action. While the warthogs are initially just enjoying themselves, the whole family suddenly starts running. Seconds later, an eagle swoops down and hooks itself into one of the baby warthogs. The warthog tries to escape, but it's no good. The eagle refuses to budge, fighting the struggling warthog until the baby eventually dies. Not your average safari trip, I think it's fair to say. There's no question that this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, getting to see a natural predator in action. But you have to wonder how many of those tourists really wanted to see an eagle murder an innocent baby in front of them. Either way, it's a story you'll be telling for years, whether it's to your friends or therapist. Number 7. Eagles versus kittiwake birds. One thing you have to say about eagles, they're the drones of the natural world. They soar high above the earth, locate their target, and swoop down to inflict maximum carnage. And for other birds, they're kind of your worst nightmare. Every year, over 4 million seabirds travel to an island in eastern Russia to form an avian colony. But, as we've learned from nature documentaries, where there is a group of animals, there will be a predator. And for the beautiful kittiwake birds, that predator happens to be the world's largest eagle, the Steller's sea eagle. Okay, I stand corrected. This is the bird's worst nightmare. Take a look at this clip, and you'll see the incredible or horrific situation these birds find themselves in. Predators surrounded by prey. It's like bringing a bird to an all-you-can-eat buffet. This clip doesn't show the carnage that comes after this momentary hunt, but I think you can imagine what happens. They often say there's safety in numbers, but even if you had all the kittiwake birds in the world, this would still end up being a bloodbath. Eagles are dangerous enough on their own, but when it's the world's largest eagle, it's futile to even try to escape. Number 6. Eagle versus mother leopard. There's one law that reverberates throughout nature. Every species, every country, every environment. You do not threaten a mother's cubs. To do so would be to ask for the most violent, unforgiving wrath you could ever hope to see. Throughout Africa, the battle between eagle and leopard has been raging for centuries. The eagles wait for the cubs to be exposed, take advantage of the opportunity, and then the fight erupts. It's a tale as old as time, and whenever a mother leopard feels that her cubs are in danger, they fight back. They really fight back. Many nature experts have reported instances in which an opportunistic eagle has felt the wrath of a protective leopard mother desperate to look after her cubs. And if there's one way you don't want to die, it's at the hands of an angry mother. They have no mercy. The eagle likes to start a whole bunch of fights, but this one seems to be one of the most popular. It seems the eagle will never stop trying to provoke the leopard, and the leopard will never stop protecting her cubs. The circle continues. Number 5. Eagle versus baby? So we should probably flag this one up for all the parents. This is your worst nightmare. That's all I can say. Whatever you may think is the worst thing that could possibly happen, this is worse. Well, maybe not worse, but it's pretty terrible. This video shows the frankly terrifying moment that a golden eagle swoops down and attempts to snatch a baby in a Montreal park. The scene starts as a pretty ordinary day in the park, a father preparing a picnic with his 2 children. children, one of whom is sitting and minding his own business. But then a big, frightening golden eagle swoops down, grabs the baby, and begins to lift him off the ground. Thankfully, the father notices and runs after the eagle, which promptly drops the baby. While it may have been a little painful for the baby, it ends much better than it could have. Having your child kidnapped by an eagle for 6 seconds is a pretty horrifying way to spend a beautiful summer's day. But the good news is that this eagle didn't get away with his plan. Or maybe this was the eagle's hilarious idea of a prank. If so, not so funny. Number 4. Eagle versus capercaillie. If you, like me, do not know what a capercaillie was, you're about to learn something. The capercaillie, or wood grouse, is a bird that mostly lives across Europe. The official classification of the capercaillie population is in the category least concern, though judging by this video, I'd say they're in danger. The video shows 2 capercaillies minding their own business, presumably enjoying the beautiful day they're having in the woods. Then along comes a golden eagle just to make things a little more complicated, because what else do you do when you're a world-famous predator? The eagle lands on one of the capercaillies, attempting to subdue it while fending off the other's attacks. When the first capercaillie dies, the eagle turns its focus to the other, performing the same strategy until both birds are dead. Well, if it ain't broke, do it again, right? This video shows the ruthlessness of the eagle. This is an animal that will just continue to kill for as long as its tactics work. The capercaillie showed honor in trying to defend its friend, but there's no honor with eagles. They're just dead or not dead. Number 3. Eagle versus dog. When you're an eagle, there are certain things you have to do. Fly, obviously, is number 1. That's just a given. But you also have to perform a lot of hunting, killing, and even just general harassment of animals you happen to find, like, say, dogs. This video showcases a side of eagles that we never usually see, the annoying side. It seems to be the case that eagles often don't set out to kill or even attack dogs, but just to annoy them. There are many videos like this online, showing eagles flying low or near dogs as if to provoke them into giving chase, or even just tripping them up and flying away. While there are some instances of eagles openly attacking or killing dogs, it seems that the general population just likes to annoy them and fly away. So basically, eagles want to act as the sibling of the dogs. Again, it's important to stress that there are many eagles out there that would happily kill and eat dogs, but it seems that for the most part, eagles just want to be the annoying friend that punches you and thinks it's funny. Number 2. Eagle versus buzzard. If we're going to talk generalities, eagles tend to eat smaller animals like rats and rabbits and that kind of thing. They also tend to kill and eat larger animals like deer or warthogs, but it's mostly the little guys. However, all birds of prey are territorial, which means they fight. Consider this the animal equivalent of Godzilla and King Kong fighting, only they're much smaller animals, and one of them isn't well known. Alright, it's like 2 homeless guys fighting over a flattened can of Coca-Cola. Better, the video shows the common buzzard successfully preying on a rat for the breeding female in the nest. But there's a problem. A lesser spotted eagle is getting pretty close to the nest. What's the solution? Simple. Aerial combat. The buzzard and the eagle fight in midair, and it is something to behold. These 2 behemoths gracefully dodge and swipe at one another in midair until nobody wins. I know, anticlimactic. This video shows that the eagle will fight any animal if it feels entitled to some kind of prey. In this case, the fight didn't really resolve anything, and nobody got to eat. But it was sure nice to see them fighting for a few seconds, right? Number 1. Eagle versus fish. It's a little-known fact that eagles not only eat fish, but also catch them. And not just as a random treat, they go fishing regularly. And the precision, it's going to blow your mind. Just take a look at this video, and make some tips for your next trip to the grabber machine. This bald-headed eagle is about to secure his meal for the day. The target? A salmon, mid-swim. You're probably sitting there thinking, there's no way he's going to get a salmon unless it leaves the water. Well, you better get some mayonnaise because you are going to eat those words. Even I can't pretend that was good. I'm so ashamed of that. Anyway, the eagle approaches the surface of the water, extends its talons, and grabs the salmon from the water as it passes. It's the perfect heist. The precision with which the bald-headed eagle works is nothing short of stunning. To move at this speed, catch the exact target at the precise moment with this accuracy, it's nothing short of magnificent. And also pretty terrifying, frankly. Do not mess with eagles. Which of these attacks do you think was the deadliest? Let us know in the comments. Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.